Hello, this is the 5th annual Toronto 3D TEE perioperative echocardiography course. This particular lesson is on mitral valve quantification on the GE Vivid E95 platform from a TEE perspective. With regards to disclosures and conflicts of interest, I have none. We'll first demonstrate how to use the 4D Auto MVQ tool. So here we're going to use the Mitral Auto MVQ tool. Go to the measurement package, go to valve, and within valve you find 4D Auto MVQ. Within the Auto MVQ you follow the pictogram, so bring the crosshairs just above the mitral valve annulus. The image should be coaxial with the apex. You can adjust the image accordingly so again it matches the pictogram. And we want again the crosshairs just above the mitral valve annulus in keeping with the pictogram. You can move the image or you can move the crosshairs themselves. When you're happy, set your end diastole and your end systole. You might need to toggle to find the right frame, and then set your end diastole. Move to end systole, find end systole by toggling with the frame, and then set end systole, and then you move to setting your landmarks. There's mitral valve annulus 1, mitral valve annulus 2, then your posterior annulus, anterior part of your annulus, the coaptation plane. There's probably a coaptation gap there, but that's the coaptation plane, and that's the aortic valve. Here you'll have a 3D representation of your mitral valve. Make sure in this image that the line follows the mitral valve and the annulus, and we do that by grabbing the crosshairs and rotating it through the mitral valve to see if it tracks along the mitral valve and the mitral valve annulus. You might need to make some adjustments as you rotate through, but this is actually looking quite good. Again, if you want to make some changes, you can drag the cursor to where the coaptation plane and the mitral valve annulus is. You can hit the scallops icon there, and here you can have a representation which shows your mitral valve cutting through your A1P1, A2P2, and A3P3 if you adjust it accordingly. When you're happy with that, you hit results and you'll get a worksheet, and the worksheets will show you the annulus area as well as your anterior leaflet length, your posterior leaflet length. You can also get more information on your annulus by hitting the annulus tab, and there's more information that you can get with hitting the leaflet tab as well. Approve and exit. We will next demonstrate how to use the FlexiSlice tool to assess the mitral valve. Find a 3D mitral valve volume set. It's nicer to stop the video, click frame by frame to find maximum mitral valve opening, orientate the mitral valve into the surgical orientation with the aortic valve at the top, grab the hot crosshairs and make them perpendicular. And what you'll find is that you'll have a bicommissurial image on your left as well as a long axis view on your right. You can drag the crosshairs to the bottom of the leaflets to get a mitral valve area or an anatomical mitral valve area, and then you can use the tool to trace out a mitral valve area. This isn't the best example, but you'll get an idea of how to use this tool. And in this example, we get a mitral valve area of 5.1. You can also use this tool to measure the length of the posterior leaflets and the anterior leaflet. In this case, it measures about 0.9 there and approximately 2.2 centimeters for the anterior leaflet. Using the color volume set, you can also use the FlexiSlice tool to interrogate the valve for mitral valve pathology and to determine mechanism. Here again, it's nicer to stop the image, hit FlexiSlice, grab the crosshairs and make them perpendicular, orientate the mitral valve into the surgical view so that the viewer and yourself are not disoriented. And here you can see that you can find the largest Pisa head, and you can scan across the coaptation plane looking for the largest Pisa head, and then you can also toggle the color on and off to look at the mechanism. Thank you for viewing the mitral valve quantification assessment tool video. When you're in your wet labs today, please feel free to ask the application specialist or myself regarding further questions. Thank you.